So let me start. So the question first was related to the numbering. Okay, list the octal and hexadecimal number from 16 to 32. So everyone knows the numbering in the decimal. So you know that decimal uses a symbol 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So once 9 is completed, then I will start from 0 again. Again I will write the 0, 1. But then I will start with the series 1. Then I will start 1 0, 1 1, 1 2, 1 3 up to 1 9. Okay. Just I am telling you that the things we are using in decimal. So again I will repeat the sequence with the additional 1 up to again 9. So you see now 9 again it came. So I will again start with the 0 and now my series will shift to 2. So again I will start with the 2 1 2 2 2 2 3 2 4 and I will repeat up to 2 9. Now again 9 there. So 9 now my series will change to 3. So you see that here the starting with the 0 and now you should switch to the 1 series, the 2 series and then 3 series. Like this you have to follow in the octal. Okay. So here in the question they are asking you to write the number from 16 to 32. It is not asking to start from 0. So I will list the numbers that I want to write. So these are the numbers that are in the decimal. Okay, 16 to 32 I am showing you here. So if you want to write in octal and you know that octal, how many symbols are there? 0. So first you have to see what is the equivalent of 16 in octal. The equivalent of 16 in octal, you know that how you will get 16. How can you write the 16 in octal? Anyone please tell me. If it is in the decimal and I want to write in the equivalent octal, what was the procedure? What was the procedure? I will write the binary equivalent of 16 first. So this is my binary equivalent. Okay. So this is my binary equivalent and then I will convert this binary equivalent. I will make a group of 3 bits. So here only 5 bits are there, so I will add one more and then I will write the decimal equivalent of 3 bits. So this is 0 and this is 2. So you see that the first number I found 16 and it is equivalent to 20. So your first number is 20. So you will start writing because these are the number in series. So you can write directly 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. No need to calculate equivalent for each number. Just to start with the starting 20 and then you write using symbol 0 to 7. So you see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because in octal we use 0 to 7 only. 8 will never come. So again, what I will do, I will again start with the 0 and my series will switch to 3. Series will switch to, because this is 2, so you will switch to 3. Okay, again you will start with the 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4 and you will move up to 7. 3 5, 3 6, 3 7. Again you see here that now 7 came. So you will not go to 8. You will again roll back to 0. But now this time you will use series 4. So like this you will write the octal number. Okay. Similarly, you will do in hexadecimal, but the point is hexadecimal, you have to use 0 to F. 0 to F you will use. So again, I will show you how to write in series in the hexadecimal. So you know the symbol are from 0 to 9 and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So 16, you know that 16, if you write the first equivalent, decimal equivalent into the hexadecimal. So this is my 16. So the first number I will convert into hexadecimal. So this is binary equivalent of 16, and you will group 4 bits. For conversion to hexadecimal, you will make 4 bit group. So here only one was left, so you will add 3 zeros. Zeroing we will do, and then you will write binary equivalent. So this is 0 and this is 1. So that means 16 is equivalent to 10 in the hexadecimal. So now I got the first number, so I will start writing the series. So I will write 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And now you know that 19, after 19 we have A. So I will write 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, and now you know that you can write up to F only. So again you will roll back to 0 and you will increase this series from 1 to 0. So last number is 20. Okay. So this is the solution for this question number 1A. Anyone, any doubt? We come to the second part. In that it is saying that you have to use A, B, C, and then you have to list the number from 8 to 28. And your radix is 13. So decimal number they are giving you from 8 to 28. It is in base 10, and you have to convert in base 13. So starting with the ABC, so it is saying that it is base 13. That means you are using symbol. First to decide the symbol for this base. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See these are the 10 symbol, and then A. This is 11 symbol. This is B, 12 symbol, and this is C, 13 symbol. So you see that 0 to C it is using symbols. So this is your base 13. And total 13 symbols are there. And in this symbol you are using 0 to 9 numerics and then ABC. Okay, so that's why it is saying using ABC for the last 3 digits. So these are the 3 alphabets it is using as a symbol. So now you want to represent 8. So you know that 8 will be similar to 8 in base 13, 9, 10. 10 you cannot take because here you see after 9 A, B, C are there. So you will replace this 10 with the A, 11 is B, C is 12 is C. So now your series is completed. First series is 0 series is completed. Now you will go to the next series. So again you will start with the 0, but you will use another digit. It is 1. Again you will start 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 1, 9, and now 1 A. For 24, again I am writing here 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So here I completed 1A, this is 1B, 1C. Now C, you are now at the last, so again you will roll back to 0, and now you will increase this 1 to 2. 2, 1, 2, 2. So this is the base 13 series, base 13 number system, and you are representing 8 to 28 decimal number in a base 13. So this is the solution. If it is same, your answer is same, you give yourself 5 marks. Okay, first A is 2.5 and first B is 2.5. So if both are correct, then you give 5 marks. Now come to the second question. Second question was asking that you have to represent a number. The first part, it is asking you to convert a number, exact number, 32k bytes. So 32k bytes, you are talking in terms of binary number system. So 1k is not equal to 1000 here. 1k, generally you know 1k, 1 kilo is equal to 1000. But if we are talking in terms of binary, so if this will be 1000, it will be equivalent to 1024. So you please keep in your mind that it is 2 to the power 10. In binary, 1 kilo is actually 2 to the power 10 and it is equivalent to 1024. So if you know that information, then you can easily apply to calculate the exact number of bytes. So you want to calculate 32 kilobytes, so then directly you will multiply with the 1024. So answer will be 32,768. Second is megabyte. So again I am saying in the decimal, 1 mega is equal to 10 to the power 6. So you can write in the decimal, it is 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 3, and you know that in binary 10 to the power 3 is equivalent to 2 to the power 10 into 2 to the power 10. So you can write 1024 into 1024. So if you want to calculate 64 megabytes, M represented mega. So you will get the answer. So you have to multiply with the 64 into 1048576. So you will get the answer in bytes. Next is gigabyte. So gigabyte is 1 GB. 1 gigabyte is equivalent to 2 to the 10 to the power 9. In decimal, it is equivalent to 10 to the power 9, and it is 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 3. It is in decimal, but if you are writing in binary, you write 10 to 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power 10. Okay. So again, you will multiply 1024 three times. So this you will do. So you will get this big number, and you want to calculate 6.4 gigabytes. So you will multiply with this number. So finally you will get this. So here I am showing the answer in it is rounded. It is not in points. It is rounded. Now come to the question number 3. You have to convert the number. The bases are given, and you have to convert into the decimal. So what was the procedure? The formula I told you. What was the formula? If you have a number x, y, z and base is r, so formula was you will start from the unit side and you will start writing r to the power position. So z is at the 0th position, y is at the 1st position, and z is at 2nd position. So like this you will expand for converting any base r into decimal. So same thing I will do here. So my number is 4310 base 5. So you will write 4 into, I will start writing from this side. 5 to the power 0 into 0, 1 into 5 to the power 1, plus 3 into 5 to the power 2, plus 4 into 5 to the power 3. So if you solve it, so you will get the answer. So anyone calculated? Just tell me the answer. What was the answer? Reply me. One of you reply me. What was the answer for this question? I'm showing you the expression. How much?
580.
580. Correct. Correct. 580.
580.
580. Correct answer. So some student, I found that the expansion they wrote correct, but the multiplication they did wrong. So just to tally the answer. Answer is correct, but the step in the middle step they did something wrong. So you just be very careful, because in the exam you will be under pressure. So you should be very careful what you are writing and what you are showing the results. So the next, the base is 12. So R is 12 here. So you will write 12 to the power 0, 9 to 12 to the power 1, plus 1 into 12 to the power 2. So once you will calculate how much you got, tell me the answer. So this is that I am showing you the expansion.
260, ma'am.
260. Okay. So everyone, you please calculate answer. Correct answer is 260. So you give yourself number. So 4 parts are there. So give A you give 2 marks and rest you give 1 mark. Okay, 5 marks will be completed. Next is 735 base 8. So again you will write starting. You please start from the unit side, then it will be better. The chances of mistakes will be less. Okay. So you have to follow the approach so that in under pressure you will do less mistakes. So what will be the answer for this part? C. Tell me the answer. Anyone?
477, ma'am.
477.
477.
Right. 477. Right.
477.
Good. Very good. Correct. So anyone is there who is unable to understand how I am calculating this the decimal equivalent? Anyone? I hope everyone is now understanding how to apply the expansion formula for any base R. Everyone is okay? Just say yes. Okay. One only answer I came. Everyone, you please answer me. Everyone is comfortable. If anyone is there, you please tell me. I will tell you again. Why I am repeating this, so that you will revise the thing and you will have a good confidence. So here this part is base 6. So I will write expansion for base 6. So tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. Anyone? So everyone will tell you the answer.
197.
197.
197.
Okay, correct. So everyone note down the answer. If it is same, you give you marks. The first part you give 2 marks and rest you give 1. Okay.
Ma'am, 197, ma'am.
Correct. Very good. Now come to the question number 3. Question number 3. Numbering is wrong. This is okay. 4 number. So what is the largest binary number that can be expressed with 14 bits? So this was the question. Expressed. So you know that in binary we have only 0 and 1. So largest number you can represent in 14 bits. You know how much? Maximum number you can get if you keep all digits 1. Okay. If you keep all digits 1, then it will be the largest number. So how many bits it is telling to us? 14. So I will take 14 bits and all I will put 1. So these are the 12 and then 2. So this is my largest binary number that I can represent using 14 bits. So this is my 14 bits largest number. Now second part, what are the equivalent decimal and hexadecimal numbers? So I will write a decimal number, hexadecimal number first, because I know that if I group 4 bits, I will get the hexadecimal. I will add 2 zeros here to complete the group. So this is F, this is F, this is F, and this is 3. So this is my hexadecimal equivalent. And what is the decimal equivalent? You know that this is 0th position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That means you will start from 13 to the power 13, to the power 12, to the power 11. I'm actually applying the expansion formula here to get the decimal as we were doing in the last question. Because all are 1, so all positions will be there. So what will be the equivalent? Tell me. If you solve it, how much you will get? Anyone tell me the answer? Tell me the answer. You write equivalent of 2 to the power 13. So answer will be, I am writing answer, you solve it. So answer will be 16383 in decimal. Okay, this is the question number 4. Now come to the question number 5, part A. Here it is saying that this is a equation and it is not, this equation is not showing any base. It is not in decimal. So I am assuming that its base is R. So as I was telling you every time that if you are showing any equation, your base radix will be same on left hand side as well as in right hand side. Okay. So what I did here, I assume that the base is R. Assume radix is R. This equation is radix R. So I wrote R here. Okay. So as usual, I know that I am very much comfortable with the decimal number system. So what I will do, I will equate both sides in decimal number system. So what I will do, I will apply conversion radix R to decimal on the numerator and denominator separately. So left hand side I am applying the conversion. So you saw that it is 1/4, so you will write 1 into R to the power 1 plus 4 into R to the power 0, and in the numerator you will use 2 R to the power 0 equals to 5 into R to the power 0. So here I am straightforward applying a conversion from R to decimal. So you please be careful. If you are writing R to the power 0, that means 1. So if you solve it, you will get R plus 4 upon 2 equals to 5. If you solve it, you will get R plus 4 equals to 10, and you will get R equals to 6. So that means this equation base is 6. Okay. Same thing you will do for the second case. Second part is 54 by 4. Assumption again I am taking it is base R. The approach is same, only the thing you have to remember that you are applying expansion. So all questions are not same. See the difference. Here it is 1, 3. So you cannot write 13 into r to the power 0. You will apply expansion formula here. R to the power 1 plus 3 r to the power 0. So you will get 5r plus 4 upon 4 equals to r plus 3. Okay, so I will simplify. All r terms I will take in one side, all numbers I will take on another side. So it is 5r minus 4r is r, and it is 12 minus 4 is 8. So our answer is your 8. Okay, any doubt? Now come to the third question. Again, approach is same. You will use base R in both sides, and you will apply expansion. So it is algebra actually. Once you will apply the expansion, you have to solve it. Here I am applying expansion. So this is your 2r plus 4 plus r plus 7 equals to 4r plus 8. So you will have this side 3r, and when I will take one side 4r minus 3r, and here it is 11. So directly you will get r equals to 11. So this is the third answer. Okay, anyone? Any difficulty? The expansion formula, and I am expanding, and then I am solving. I am applying algebra for calculating the unknown number, unknown variable r. Next is the quadratic equation is given and its solution is given. So here the given equation is x square minus 11x plus 22 0, and the solution is given. So solution is, you know the solution that you can write like x minus 3, x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay. So if you apply x minus a, x minus b, if you will multiply, you will get x minus 3 plus 6 into x plus 3 into 6. So what you will do, you will compare the coefficient of both equations. Let's say it is 2 equation, it is 1. So I am assuming that the equation 1 base is r. Equation 1 base is R, so I am assuming its base is R. Its base is R. Okay, so once it is in decimal, so I will compare with the decimal, with the equation. So I will write the decimal equivalent of this. So this is 1 into R to the power 1 plus 1 into R to the power 0. So decimal equivalent I am writing for the given equation, and this is 6 plus 3, it is 9, it is in decimal. Okay, so directly we get R plus 1 equals to 9, that means your R is 8. You can verify it also if you are equating these two coefficients. So this is 22R and it should be equal to 6 into 3 means 18, and it is in decimal. So you have to check whether it is equivalent to this or not. So I will use this base R here to check whether my answer is right or not. So you apply here 8 to the power 0, 2 into 8 to the power 1. So you see 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. So my result is correct. So answer is 8. So answer is 8. So it is easy if you are only you have to compare one coefficient, it will be enough. But second equation, if you are solving, you can verify whether your R is correct or not.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in fifth sum, once explain second bit, ma'am.
What again?
In previous problem, once explain second one, ma'am.
Second one. Your answer is different. This one you understand? This one you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let me go back. So second part. You are asking second part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What I am saying, you want to calculate the base. So what I am doing, I am writing the base. I am saying that it is suppose R. Okay. So the once you will write like this and you want to convert this into the decimal. So only what I will do, I will apply a conversion expansion formula everywhere, like in the numerator separately, denominator separately, this side also. Okay. So I will write the expansion. So expansion will be 4 into R to the power 0 and it is 5 into R to the power 1 in the numerator. Denominator is 4 into R to the power 0 only, equal to 3 into R to the power 0 plus 1 into R to the power 1. Okay. Now you write R to the power 1 is R. So it is my 5R plus R to the power 0 is equal to 1. Okay. Please don't confuse with the R to the power 0 is 0. R to the power 0 is 1. So whatever coefficient will be with the R to the power 0 will be same. So 4 into R to the power 0 is 4. In the denominator also, this 1 into R to the power 1 is R plus 3. Solve it. I am multiplying this 4 this side. You will get 4R plus 12. And then I will take all R terms this side, left hand side. Okay. So 5R minus 4R is R and 12 minus 4 is 8. So this is my answer.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. One of you remind me whenever time is going to be over, 2 minutes before only. Okay. So I hope most of you are facing difficulty in these two questions. I think you found 5 and 6 questions tough, and rest are, I think, easy. Right? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So 7 question is hexadecimal conversion. So simple, I am revising. Convert the decimal. Okay. Given number is decimal. and we need to write it into the binary. And then again it is asking to, and then convert it from binary to octal. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to convert into the binary. That means each digit in the hexadecimal I will write in a 4-bit group. Okay, so this is my 14. So what will be the combination for 14? One of you please tell me. 1 1 1 0. This is my B. B means 11. And 11 is 8 plus 3. So 8 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. This is 8. So this is weighted code. That's why I am just counting. This is 6. Means 4 plus 2, 6. So this is 4. Weight is 4. This weight is 2 and weight is 8 and its weight is 1. So based on that, I am writing the binary equivalent for this hexadecimal number. And then it is asking me to write again into the octal. So just I am writing the number again here. So you know that how to convert the octal, binary to octal. You require 3-bit group. So what I will do, 3-bit group I will first finalize. So I will start writing the binary equivalent in decimal. This is 4 and this is 2, means 6. All 1, that means it is 7, it is 2, it is 4, it is 6 and it is 0. So this number is 6, 4, 2, 7, 6 and now this number is in octal. This is in binary. Okay. So final thing, if you want to convert hexadecimal to binary, make 4-bit group for each digit. And if you want to convert to octal, means group all 3 bits and then write the decimal equivalent. Next is convert the decimal 431 to binary in 2 ways. So as I said, there are 2 ways to convert the binary. Convert the decimal to binary. The first is directly you can convert 431 to. So here some student made some mistake. So just to see it carefully. So whenever you are doing this conversion, you please write the remainder. Don't start writing from the first. Suppose you are writing 431 here, so you will first divide 431 by 2. So it is the quotient is 215. Okay. So if 215 quotient is there and your remainder is 1, so you will start write 1 from here. Don't start write 1 from here. Otherwise you will do mistake. So this I found some student made some mistake. So again I will do division and then I will write the quotient and I will write the remainder here. Again I will do the division and I will write the quotient 53 and remainder here. Again I will write the division quotient 26 and remainder 1. Again I will divide. So this time you will get remainder 0. Again I will divide. You will get 6, remainder 1. Again you will divide. Remainder 0. Again you will divide. You will get 1. Remainder 1. And again you will divide. Then you will get quotient 0 and remainder 1. So this is last bit is my, what is my last bit? Last bit is my MSB and first bit is my LSB.
LSB.
This you have to remember, otherwise your result will be totally different. So this, I found some student made mistake while doing this. You please go up to 0. Okay, you divide and go up to 0 quotient and then remainder. Please store last remainder. So this is my binary equivalent if I am doing direct division. So you see that 4 group I am doing. So this is my binary equivalent. Second part, it is asking me to first get the hexadecimal. So if you want to get the hexadecimal, so the approach is you will divide with the 16 because radix is 16 for hexadecimal. So again you will note quotient here and you will note remainder here, and you know that this remainder 15 is actually your F. Again you will divide, you will get 1 quotient and remainder is 10, and it is the hexadecimal, it is A. And again you will see, you please don't stop up to 1, you stop up to 0 only. Again you will take 16 and you will divide, and the quotient is 0 and remainder is 1. So answer is, again this is your MSB and this is your LSB. So your answer is 1. You will arrange the digits as LSB to MSB. So this is my hexadecimal equivalent. So once you got the hexadecimal equivalent and it is saying that you convert into the binary. So what you will do? Conversion, you will again represent each digit in the group of 4 bits. So F means all 4 bits are ones. This is 10. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So you see 8 weight I put 1 here, and second for 2 I put 1 here. And this is 1, again you will write in the 4 bits. So this is my binary equivalent. So you see, you can tally the result. Result is same whether you are following conversion from hexadecimal to binary or you are directly going to decimal to binary. But the faster approach is this. This is the fast approach, because you know that the division, number of times division required here is less, so it is taking less time. Okay, so B approach is faster. Anyone doubt here? Anyone, any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So next is express the following numbers in the decimal. So as I said that you will it contains integer number as well as fraction number. So you have to do you have to treat the integer number and the fraction number separately. Means you will convert this number separately, you will convert this number separately, and then you will combine the result. So your integer you will write separately and then you will convert. So here it is 1 into 2 to the power of 1 plus 1 to the power of 2 plus 0 into 2 to the power of 3 1 into 2 to the power of 4. So how much it is equivalent to? It is equivalent to 22. Okay. And what about 0.10101? It is 0 into 2 to the power minus 1, or you can directly write, directly write 0 upon 2, 1 upon 2 to the power 2, plus 0 upon 2 to the power 2, because it is in the minus power, so I can write like this also. So if you will solve it, you will get 0.3125. So the final answer is 22.3125. Interesting. Okay. Next is, it is by mistake, L is written, it is 1 actually. 16.5. So again, I will write the formula. Expansion formula I am using here. For point, I will write 5 upon 16 to the power 0. So your result will be 22.3125. 16 upon 1, sorry. This is 1. Five upon 16 to the power 1. Because 0 is here. If you are going in the right side, after decimal, your power will be -1, -2, -3, and so on. Okay, so here it is 16 to the power 1. Or you can write 5 into 16 to the power -1. Same thing. Next is 26.24, base is 8. Again, I will apply extension. Two upon 8 plus 4 upon 8 square. 8 to the power 1 I will write. Or you can write 2 into 8 to the power -1 plus 4, 8 into the power -2. Once you will solve it, you will get this. You check whether it is same or not. Next is FA, base 16. So A, you know it is 10, so I will write 10 here. F is 15, I will write 15 here. For calculation, we have to convert this alphabet into the number. So you are very much aware now. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. So once you will apply expansion, and solve it, you will get 64250. Last is in the exam, please don't skip the terms that contains 0. You please write a full expansion. Don't try to skip the 0 term. All term you please write so that things will be clear. because in the exam marks for step marks can be allotted. So if you by mistake you did some any mistake in some step, you can get some partial marks. So that's why I'm saying please don't skip the don't try to do the shortcut. Shortcut can help you to get the answer, but in the exam you please elaborate everything as you can, as much as you can. So this is the expansion for this class number 1010.1010. So you see that my position, you please always remember this is my 0th position, but this after decimal digit it is -1, it is -2, -3, -4. Please don't try to write the -1 from this side. Always you move from decimal to right side in the minus term and in the left side from 0. So answer of for this, if you solve it, you will get 10.625. Okay, note down you check the answer. If it is correct, then give you marks. So one part, 1 mark. Convert the following binary number to hexadecimal and to hexadecimal to decimal. So you should remember that from decimal you will make a group in the right side and in the left side like this. Okay. So separately you will prepare a group, but you please don't try to start grouping from this side. From decimal side, you please start grouping on the right side and to the left side. So this is 1 and this is my 9. And then it is asking me to convert to the decimal. So decimal you will apply so this will be my 9 by 16. So this is my 1.56. If I will solve 9 by 16, you will get 0.563 approximate, and this will be your decimal. Part B. So again, you will add some zeros and then group. So this is my 6 and this is my 4. So this is my 6.4 hexadecimal, and if you will convert it into the decimal, no need to put dot here, automatically dot will come once you will solve it. Okay, 4 by 16, it will always give you the decimal number, less than 1 number, so no need to put dot in the expansion. Okay, so no need to put dot in the expansion. So this I found, that's why I am telling you specially, please don't put dot here. Once you will solve 4 upon 16, it will automatically come point something. Okay, so once I will solve, it is my 6 and it is my 0.25. So 6.25 is the answer. Okay, so last question I'm not solving. Last question already I discussed in the at the time of lecture. So you see and you solve it. Okay, you see the answer. So this is for all for today. So if you have any doubt in the 10 question I discussed, any question again you found that you have any doubt, you can ask. Then I will close. Anyone any doubt, you please ask. Then I will close. Hope everyone checked their assignment by themselves. Okay. So tomorrow I will discuss the new topic. So for today, this is all. Thank you very much for joining me.